विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो नमस्कार. आपण 12वीचा वेव्ह ऑप्टिक्स हा टॉपिक जवळपास याचे 7 व्हिडिओज आपण पाठवलेले आहे. त्याची लिंकसुद्धा डिस्क्रिप्शनमध्ये पाठवलेली आहे. आपण ते सर्व व्हिडिओज पाहिलेच असतील, पाहिले नसतील तर बघून घ्या. कारण हा टॉपिक जसं 12वीला 8 मार्काला आहे, नीट आणि JEEमध्ये याच्यावर किमान 2 प्रश्न विचारले जातात आणि त्या दृष्टीनं या टॉपिकचं 5 मिनिटामध्ये रिव्हिजन कसं करायचं किंवा या टॉपिकमधले सगळे कन्सेप्ट आपण स्वतः आत्मसात कसे करायचे, त्याचे फॉर्म्युले कसे लक्षात ठेवायचे, याची छोटीशी क्लिक मी या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला 5 मिनिटामध्ये देणार आहे. आणि या वेव्ह ऑप्टिक्स या टॉपिकचा आपण या ठिकाणी समारोप करणार आहोत. वेव्ह ऑप्टिक्स या टॉपिकमध्ये आपण पहिल्यांदा 2 थेरीज पाहिलेल्या होत्या. पहिली थेरी होती न्यूटन्स कार्पस्कुलर थेरी ऑफ लाईट. याच्यामध्ये आपण पाहिलं होतं की लाइट consists of extremely small minute material particles called the corpuscles. Different colors are due to different shape and size of the corpuscles. We get the sensation of light when the light corpuscles enter our eyes. To explain the reflection, he proposed that the particles of the light are repelled by the reflecting surface. To explain the refraction, the particles of the light are attracted by the refracting surface. And he says that for the velocity of light in a denser medium is always greater than velocity of light in a rarer medium. And he also explains the rectilinear propagation of light. ह्या थेरीमध्ये ड्रॉबॅक्स होते. पहिला ड्रॉबॅक होता की जर सोर्स ऑफ लाईट मटेरियल पार्टिकल इमिट करत असेल तर मास ऑफ सोर्स रिड्यूस व्हायला पाहिजे, पण ॲक्च्युअली तसं होत नाही. दूसरा ड्रॉबॅक होता कि when the light is incident on transparent medium like glass or water, part of the light is reflected and part of the light is refracted. This simultaneous phenomenon cannot be explained by this theory. This theory enable us to explain the many phenomenon like interference, diffraction, polarization, etc. And also this theory cannot prove that the velocity of light in a rarer medium is always greater than velocity of light in a denser medium. आणि म्हणून दुसरी जी थेरी आली ती होती हायझिन्स वेव्ह थेरी ऑफ लाईट. हायझिन्स वेव्ह थेरी ऑफ लाईट. डच फिजिसिस्ट हायझिननी ही थेरी मांडली. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस थेरी, लाईट इज propagated in the form of longitudinal waves. Different colors of the lights are due to different wavelengths. This theory explains the reflection, refraction, double refraction, interference, etc. This theory proves that the velocity of light in a rarer medium is always greater than velocity of light in a denser medium. This theory says that for the propagation of light waves, the medium is necessary called a luminiferous ether medium, but such a medium is not exist. That is the drawback. Second drawback is this theory enables us to explain photoelectric effect, Compton effect, Raman effect, etc. Also, light waves are transverse waves, electromagnetic waves, and this cannot be explained by this theory. According to Hyzens's wave theory of light, we have to see the concept of wavefront. Concept of wavefront. We know that wavefront is nothing but locus of all points to which the wave reaches simultaneously, so that all the points are in a same phase or same state of vibration. There are again 3 types of wavefronts. That is a spherical wavefront. We have to say that is a SP. Second one is cylindrical wavefront, and third one is plane wavefront. We know that these are explained for MCQs. There are 4 MCQs. On these there are 10 MCQs. This theory also having 20 MCQs. What is meant by spherical wavefront? The wavefront which is arising from point source at finite distance is called a plane wavefront. Spherical wavefront. The wavefront which is arising from linear source at finite distance is called cylindrical wavefront, and the wavefront which is arising from point source at infinite distance is called as a plane wavefront. Again, after that we have to see the concept of wave normal also. Wave normal means the perpendicular drawn to the surface of wavefront at any point in the direction of propagation of light is also known as wave normal, or we have to say that ray of light. What is meant by ray of light? The direction in which the light travels is called a ray of light. Ray of light and wave normal are one and the same, or they are parallel to each other, and wavefront and wave normal are perpendicular to each other. After that we have to see the concept of Huygens construction is used for construction of plane wavefront and spherical wavefront. This Huygens construction based on the Huygens principle. This is asked in the exam for 1 mark, and construction is used for 2 or 3 marks. Construction for plane wavefront and spherical wavefront. Plane wavefront. We know that each and every point on the wavefront acts as secondary source of light, sending out secondary waves. In a time t, all these waves covers a distance is equal to ct. Draw spheres with center as every point on AB, and we get the new spherical wavefront. Huygens principle, and this principle is used for construction of spherical as well as plane wavefront. After that we have to see the phenomenon of, there are number of phenomena we have to study in this topic. These are phenomena. First one is reflection. Second one is refraction. Third one is interference. And fourth one is diffraction. These phenomena can be studied by using the Huygens wave theory of light. First of all, we have to see what is meant by reflection, refraction, interference and diffraction. We know that the reflection means the phenomenon of bouncing back the light rays in the same medium is known as, from plane reflecting surface, is known as reflection of light. And we have to prove I is equal to R. Incident ray, reflected ray and normal lie in the same plane. What is meant by refraction? The phenomenon of change in path of ray of light during passage from one medium to another medium is known as refraction of light. From this we have to prove refractive index is the ratio of sin I upon sin R, or it is the ratio of C1 upon C2, means velocity of light in a rarer medium to denser medium, or wavelength of light in a rarer medium to denser medium. Interference means the phenomenon of redistribution of energy produced due to superposition of wave is known as interference. From interference we have to see there are two types of interference. One is constructive interference and second one is destructive interference. What is meant by constructive interference? When the two light waves traveling through the same medium arrive at a point are in the same phase, the points having maximum displacement, that is bright points, such a type of interference is known as constructive. When the two light waves traveling through the same medium arrive at a point are out of phase, the points having minimum displacement, that is called a dark points, such a type of interference is known as a destructive interference. And diffraction is the phenomenon of bending of light around the sharp corner of obstacle and spread into the region of the shadow is known as a diffraction of light. There are two types of diffractions. One is Fresnel's diffraction and another one is Fraunhofer's diffraction. Also we have to see in this topic, that is the resolving power of microscope as well as telescope. From the resolving power of microscope and telescope, we explained that the resolving power of microscope depends upon the numerical aperture and wavelength of light used. That is, numerical aperture is nothing but mu sin alpha, and lambda is the wavelength of light. It increases when mu sin alpha increases and lambda decreases. The resolving power of telescope also we have to derived. The resolving power of telescope can be increased by increasing the diameter of the telescope and decreasing the wavelength of light. In this way, we have to explain this topic and completed the revision of this topic also. Thank you.